Today I'll be flipping through and showing you 31 completed pages from this book, 365 Days of Art by Lorna Scobie. I'll talk through each prompt, show you the materials that I've used, and pick out some of my surprising favourites. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel World Wondera Art. If you're new here, I'm working my way through this art prompt book in 2024, trying to rediscover my artistic side and relearn drawing and painting, which was something I really enjoyed years ago. I have completed 121 pages already, and I'll link the playlist to those in the description. If you're enjoying watching me complete this book, please subscribe so you don't miss out on any new videos. But before we start, there is something I need to quickly do. Right at the beginning of the book, I created a flag pattern, and I need to add a new country to it. I coloured in the ones that I've been to already and left the ones in grey, the countries that I wanted to visit. It's a country I didn't actually have on my list. I went to Malta last minute, really, but I'm glad that I went. Malta is a really historic place with beautiful buildings, very scenic, lovely weather, and the food was top-notch as well. I went to the Valletta, Slima areas, and I'll probably go back again to see more. So I just want to colour in that flag, really. Add another country to the list. Okay, on with the completed pages from 122. Today, draw some simple shapes, holding the pencil in opposite hand to the one you usually use. So I use my left hand. I think these are PlayStation symbols, but yeah, just trying to get them as neat as I could. Don't think that's too bad. 123, draw your favourite part of your home. So yeah, this is my living room where my settee is. Got the little cat scratching post. The cat doesn't actually sit in the bed at all, but is there for her anyway. Just used the Faber Castell, if you can see them there, Goldfaber pencils, but I'll show you those a little bit later on that page. 124, explore different materials to discover what you enjoy using. Today, experiment with collage, try cutting, tearing and layering the paper. So yeah, same sort of paper I've used a bit earlier on in the book. To try and find a page a second, I should have had it marked out. And the fruit bowl as well here. Yeah, so I just continued using those. I've still got some bits left. Find some flowers that I printed off on a calendar that was a couple of years old. So stuck those on there and just outlined that with these fine line Posca pens. 125, draw a wintry forest walk. So we had a few trees here already. I really wanted to get some snow down. The idea was you walk through, you find a frozen lake, you've got people playing on it, got some little characters here. So these were the little Posca pens, a variety of all of them for the little people. For the snow, this Galleria acrylic medium, it's an iridescent medium. I just mixed it with some white acrylic paint. I was hoping it would be more shiny, but it wasn't. You can sort of maybe see it there. Yeah, and the trees, I think we had a few here. The ones that I put in are these brighter ones, which were with the Neocolor 2. So I'll show those a little bit later on as well. 126, create a design on this rug. So yeah, it was just a plain rug and I went for this groovy circular pattern for some reason. Used some supplies that I had picked up from Scrawler Box in a mystery art box. Yeah, these. So yeah, I mixed those with other things to get the different colours. I think I used this System 3 acrylic. I've used quite a few of these Scrawler Box supplies that I've got before they dry up. Yeah, I mixed that to make the pink. Just this metallic pen, Staedtler metallic pen that I use for the silver. So that's nice and bright, shiny. And so that was that page. I just drew it out and then coloured it in. 127. Now, I really enjoyed this page. It surprised me as I didn't really enjoy the red and the yellow theme pages quite so much. I'll just quickly flip back to those. This was the yellow page. I was using watercolour pencils on things like the cheesecake and the cheese and using the Poscas again. And the first one was this one, which was the red page. Spent ages on that flower. I do like the balloon though on there, but I didn't really enjoy them as much. This page though, I really enjoyed it. And I think it's because I used these coloured pencils. Yeah, this is the pack that I've got, and I've been using quite a lot in this book. And yeah, as you can see, I use quite a lot of the pink. Enjoying these. They're quite soft, very vibrant. They go down easy. Yeah, I love the strawberry ice cream on this page. I think that's my favourite. Quite like the donuts. I used on quite a few of these pages. This white pilot, what is it? Choose. I always forget the name of it. Just to get the highlights in. Yeah, 128 is design a floral pattern. This was one that I did with a Scrawler box, art supply box, which I mentioned. So I've been getting them because they were on offer. I think it was like £5, £8 for these boxes. Usually, if you do the subscription, they're about £23. And I think even more if you don't live in the UK because of shipping. It costs quite a bit. So as they're on the sale, I thought I'd give them a go and try some new supplies. Yeah, what I'll do is I'll link the video for this if you wanted to watch it from start to finish in the description. So I used on this page, doesn't actually say what they are, but they're markers basically, paint markers. And you can water them down as well to make a lighter colour. Oh, skipping ahead. 129. Draw something you've never drawn before. I used these dual marker pens. I think I've shown them to you before. I say hundreds, but 72 in there. And then I just went over with the colour pencils again that I've been using, the Goldfaber ones, to just get the different colours and shades and blend it all together. 130, explore colours that look good together. Fill the boxes with colours that you think work well as a group. I just use these Caran D'Ache Neocolor 2s. Yeah, they're water-soluble wax pastels. And yeah, you just put them down. You don't have to put water on them if you don't want to. But I did just to make them come to life because that's pretty much what it does. So those are those. I've used them a few times in this book, so I'll just point them out. And I do like I prefer when I use the nail colours and put the water down on top of them to use just some thin paintbrushes rather than use the water brush, which I also have used. I just think I can get more control if I use these paintbrushes. So that's what I used on this page to make sure I stayed within the boxes. Okay, 131. Draw the negative space around the building rather than the building itself. So I decided I was going to go for a sky, and then this negative space, which you can just about see, is actually twigs, like branches and twigs on a tree. This is probably my least favourite page of the last 31, just because you can't really tell what it is. Yeah, we'll skip through that one quickly. 132, cut a piece of fruit in half and draw what you see. Use any material you feel like. So I use the colour pencils again with the orange. 133, add colour or patterns to the shapes. Yeah, I was doing a page later on in the book with these, and I don't like wasting paint, so I coloured in this page with the leftover and tried to make some different colours rather than just chuck it out. 134, draw someone's smile. So I really wanted to draw a smiley cat, but it looks a bit cartoony. I think it looks happy. I used, again, those pencils. Oh, this is a white Posca pen for the whiskers. So 135, this is another favourite of mine. Draw your favourite building. I don't really have a favourite building, but if I see a stationery shop with a sale, and I'm definitely going in there, so I'll probably class that as a favourite building. This is just from my imagination. It's not based on a real shop or anything. 136, using cut-out paper, create a pattern in this section. This is just from Patterns book. It's got loads of different bits in there, and I just made my own with a couple of cutouts from each page. 137, colour in. So yeah, using those supplies because I didn't want to waste them from that scrawler box. And then I just add a little bit of gold in as well, just to add something extra to it. 138, fill the page with colourful beetles. So we had a few there already. I just used Neocolor 2s for the bodies and then went over with the colour pencil and tried to keep to the same sort of design as the original. 139, calligraphy practice, one of my favourite things. Not really. I did get a new brush pen and I do think I get on a lot better with it. It's this Tombow brush pen. It's the soft tip one.
Ooh.
140, telephone doodle page, call someone up for a chat and doodle away. I think there was a couple there, I just carried on with those swirls and added a bit of the Neocolor in the background again, blended that all in, or tried to. 141, observe your reflection and draw what you see. So I do usually have a plait in my hair and I thought I'd go ahead and draw that. Again, with the colour pencils, the same ones, and just put loads of different colours in there. It's not actually the colour of my hair. Or is it? 142, draw your favourite animal. I keep drawing cats, so I need to draw something else. Decided to go for a giraffe. And I wanted to do a little bit of a different giraffe with a few colours on there that you wouldn't expect. This was mainly, Neo colours. Went over with the water brush. And then I went over with just a really thin liner. Which one is this? It's a point liner. Yeah. 0.05. 143. Draw each of these leaves on the next page, paying particular attention to the shapes. There was one earlier on in the book where I actually did the colouring in. That page. So I didn't really want to do that again. So I went for black and white and used some, I've never used them before, some charcoal pencils. They were only £2.50. And I used the soft one and the hard one, along with just a normal HB pencil. And blended it in with a blend-in stump, like pencil thing, papery thing, and really happy with how they turned out. I don't usually do just black and white. So got me thinking outside the box on that one. Okay, 144 and 145. I think these are probably my favourite of the last 31 prompts, both pages. The prompt was colour the leaves using autumnal colours. Yeah, I'm really happy with the colours on the leaves, the different gradients I was able to get, and the blends and the shading. So I am really loving using these Faber Castell Goldfaber pencils compared to the colouring pencils I was using before, which were not very good quality. Just grab them again. And they're really vibrant and they're easy to lay down as well. So you might have noticed that I've used them a lot on these prompts. I do also have a small tin, I think it's a small tin of like 12 Prismacolor pencils that I haven't tried yet. I just wondered, are there any colouring pencils that you use that you would recommend? Always happy to give some new supplies a try. So let me know in the comments of any recommendations you might have. 145 then. I really did not like this page when I started it. And the prompt is draw something outside today where people might see you, perhaps on a train or on a bench. It can be as quick as you like, but it's a great way to start building your confidence. I actually just went outside in the back garden and saw a plant that was in full bloom with the flowers. I really wish I'd recorded the page so you could see how it started, because I really didn't like it to start off with. So I just painted some simple flowers with the yellow, orange and brown Neocolor 2 and used the water brush to blend everything in, but it really wasn't what I was hoping for. So I took it inside, the book inside, and coloured in the background and added some shading, with those colour pencils again. And it was just missing something. Then I remembered that I bought some oil pastels, which is why I have these out. These weren't that expensive, so I'll link them in the comments if you want to give them a try. But by using this is when the page came to life. Also, any other supplies that I've mentioned, I will link on the website. So I'll link that in the description if you wanted to have a look at what I've been using and if you wanted to give any of these a try. The white is great for adding all of the highlights. All of these highlights here, 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 here. And I used a black pencil for the shading, and I couldn't be happier with how this turned out, to be honest. I really love it. And I'll definitely be using the oil pastels again later on in the book. 146, draw or colour the rays of light from the sun, perhaps they fill the page. So I just use the Neocolor 2s again, just to do the rays of light coming out of the sun. 147, add patterns to all the socks. So I used the Faber Castell Goldfaber colouring pencils again, and just looked up online a few patterns to get some ideas for the socks, and just created them really. 148, draw your home. This could be the front of your house or inside. So I just wanted to draw my front door, basically. I do like this page. Again, I use the Goldfaber pencils, and I just love the details that I managed to get on the bricks, the door, and how vibrant it all came out. Like with got the glass there as well with a little reflection. I'm really happy with how that one turned out. 149, fill the page of things that are the colour blue. It's very similar then to the other pages that we looked at earlier on. Definitely my favourite is the butterfly. This is just the colouring pencils, the same ones I'm using. Okay, coming to the end now. 150. Write or draw something that you saw or heard today which inspired you and sparked an idea. So I wanted to do a quote on this page. Some beautiful paths can't be discovered without getting lost. And that's by Errol Ozan. And just use the brush pen with the lettering. And then 151, draw a colourful rainbow. I love this rainbow. I don't know if you can tell compared to my other videos, but I've spent a lot more time on these prompts. I'm really happy with the results, and can definitely say my favourite supplies are the Neocolor 2s, the Goldfaber pencils, the oil pastels. I loved using those. It was only my first time using them though, so I'll have to use them a bit more before they can make my favourite list. At 152, add the faces. So I think these two were already coloured in, and then just using the same colour pencils again, I just sort of copied the same design. Okay, so if you like this video, you might like the other videos on this book which I've done, and I'll link them in the corner. So make sure to check them out if you're interested. Also, please like the video, as it will help it get shown to more people. Thanks very much. And as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all soon.